What's up, guys? Welcome back into the channel and Happy New Year's. Today I'm going to show you the best 3 ways to catch steelhead. First, we're going to start off with the rod. For a float rod, you want anything from 9.6 to 10.6. I prefer around a 10.2. So I run that. This is my bead setup. This is probably the main go-to to catch steelhead. It's my most effective method. So we're going to start out. We've got a 10'2" medium slow action striker rod. Now, I run bait casters, personal preference. If you guys run bait casters, this is a 301 Shimano Corrado. A little bigger. I like more line capacity just because if I hook a 20-pound steelhead and it's kicking my butt, I don't have to worry as much. Now we're going to get down to the setup. I've got this rod spooled up with 30-pound Power Pro Super Slick. It's my favorite braid. I run the high vis. We run that down to a, depending on water, 17 to 20-pound fluorocarbon bumper. I use Seagar Orange Label. Then I've got bobber stops up there. I run a Corky just so I can see if my stuff's fishing correctly. Right here, we've got an elevated 1-ounce STX float. Below that, I've got a little bead to protect my knot, and then a 1/2 ounce inline weight down to a 3.5 foot leader, down to a 12 mil elevated bead. This is a custom color exclusive to Mazamas. And then I've got a 1/0 wide gap elevated hook. Now, I will have a discount code in the description for all these elevated products. Code 541 Lip Rippers will get you 15% off everything on their website. I love their stuff. I've caught a lot of fish on their stuff. Now, my bead method is fishing them suspended. I've found it to be more effective than bobber dogging. People can bobber dog them, but I prefer fishing them suspended. Now, we're going to show you guys how to fish this method. Come over here. Now what I'm going to do is, one, I know how deep the hole is. I'm going to take my bobber stop and set it to about how deep I want to be fishing. Now when you're starting to fish these holes, you want to fish inside to out, closest to you to furthest away. So I'm going to take this inside run and I'm going to cast up in it first. And you want a little bit of slack in your line, not a lot, but a little bit is okay. I prefer to not have a bunch of slack in my line, just because I can be on that fish to set the hook when I need to. You're going to let it run. Typically go 45, 45. So 45 degrees above you, 45 degrees below you. You don't want to get caught letting your presentation go too far down below you. Because now if it's directly below you and you hook it, or your bobber goes down, you're going to pull the presentation right out of the fish's mouth. You're not going to get a good hook there. Now what I'm going to do is I fish that inside line. Now I'm going to go a little further out to the line. I'm going to run that same drip. I'm going to let that float down. I'm going to fish this. I'm going to go through it. Cool if we get one on here just to show you, but this is mainly just a teaching video. So now I'm down to 45 passing. I'm going to reel up, and now I'm going to go for the furthest line. With the way to do it in this system is I got to be accurate. Oh, I was not very accurate. So we're going to try it again. Boom, that's where I want it. Now we're going to run that same drift. We're going to let it go. Oh, I'm surprised that didn't get much. There's normally fish sitting right there. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Now that's how you're mainly gonna fish steelhead with your beads. I've caught a lot of steelhead on beads. It's a very effective way to catch them. Now we're gonna jump over and I'm gonna show you the next setup. All right guys, now we're gonna get into the second setup. This is the jig setup. There's other jigs you can fish. There's worm jigs, rabbit hair jigs, marabou jigs, whatever. I prefer rabbit hair and marabou. I don't fish a whole lot of worms. I do sometimes, but same thing. Float rod. This is another Striker 10-2 medium slow action rod. I've got this one paired up with the Shimano Tranx 301, spooled with 30-pound Power Pro Super Slick again. Same setup. I'm running my braid to a bumper, 17-pound fluorocarbon bumper, down to my bobber stops. I've got my bead, Corky bead, and then I've got another, this one's gonna be a 1/2 ounce elevated STX float, and then that's down to a 3/8 ounce inline weight. Then I've got my leader. I normally only run about 1.5 foot, 2 foot leader, down to a Nightmare jig. Jig colors, I've caught a lot of fish on different color jigs. Main three, your Nightmare, your pinks, and your oranges. If you wanna keep it simple, that's all you're gonna need. Those catch steelhead. Now, same thing when we're fishing it. We're gonna go fish a run. We're gonna fish closest, middle, furthest away. Same thing for the most part, guys, when you're fishing a jig, except you don't want any kind of bow in your line. You're fishing it suspended. You want to keep your line kind of taut to your bobber. But once again, 45 to 45. You're going to pick the closest run. Oh, that's a bad cast. You're going to pick the closest run, though. And you're going to run that first and fish it all the way through. And then you're going to bump over to the next run. But I catch it in there. We're going to run this drift. See if we can't get a fish on the video too, because that'd be cool. Now another thing, guys, is float selection. So Elevated makes a hybrid bobber dogging float that you can fish bobber dogging or you can fish them suspended. Now what I like to do is when I'm fishing higher, faster water, I will fish these more low profile floats to slow my presentation down. When I'm fishing low, slow water, or just slow water in general, I will go to those chubby style floats to speed my drift up just a little bit. Bad cast. Now that I've fished that middle run though, now I'm going to go over, or the closest run, now I'm going to go fish the middle run. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not keeping slack on the water. I'm keeping my line pretty taut with my float. And I'm running that drift all the way through. And there's a fish. Oh! Well, guys, it works. I can't believe I just did that. And now I'm all messed up in a tree, but well, I mean, if that ain't proof in the pudding, I don't know what is. There was a fish. All right, guys, this is the last method, but definitely not least. This is my favorite way to fish them. Spinners. Hardware bites are hard to come by, but they're so satisfying. So with this one, we're going a little shorter. I run a 9.6 medium fast, I believe. Yeah, it's a medium fast Striker rod. Once again, casting, I prefer bait casters. So with this setup, I've got a Shimano Curado DC 201 though. And then I'm a little heavier with the hardware setup. So I'm running a 40-pound Power Pro braid. I still run high vis because I like to see where my line's at. But then I run a bumper. So once again, the bumpers, I don't go heavier, 17 to 20-pound bumpers. Just my preference with hardware. And once again, when you're taking these, you're gonna fish inside, middle, outside. So I'm gonna start close. And I love fishing hardware. When you get bites, it's normally a big bite and you're in for a fight. hardware is one of my favorites. Now I did that, I'm gonna go out a little further. And I like to cast them up in the runs and bring them down. Because that way I get that right in front of the fish's face. And normally when it comes to picking a hole apart, I'll start at the tail out, work my way up the hole, or vice versa. Start at the top of the hole, work my way down to the tail. But I try to keep that spinner as far down on the bottom as possible. You want to keep that spinner right down in the strike zone, right down where the fish are going to be. That way they can see it, it'll piss them off, and hopefully get a fish. Oh. Yep, there's a fish. Told you. And that's a steelhead. What did I say, guys? This is why I like throwing spinners. That's a nice steelhead, guys. Oh yeah. Look at that steelhead, guys. Oh my gosh. Guys. Oh, he's running. This is a big fish. We might have to chase this. This is a big steelhead. Guys, what'd I tell you? What did I tell you? That is awesome. Hopefully we can get this guy on the bank and show him to you. This is a pretty sweet how-to video. Proof's in the pudding. Oh my gosh, that's a monster steelhead. That is a huge steelhead. Okay. Okay guys, I'm getting a little panicked on this one. This is a stud of a steelhead. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh, this is awesome. This is really awesome. Oh my gosh. Look at the size of that thing. Come on, baby. Oh, don't do that. Let's just get you in. I just want a couple pictures with you and a video. This thing has shoulders. Ooh, this is a big steelhead, dude. R&B spinners, dude. What can I say? What can I say? What's he at? Oh my gosh, guys, this is a giant. Watch out, Jimmy, watch out. Oh, he's hooked good. Oh, I should have brought the net down.
And you don't even have your GoPro on.
I know.
So I kind of have to sit here.
Oh my gosh, guys. Look at the size of that steelhead. Munched that spinner. That is an R&B spinner right there. These are the best spinners money can buy. Look at that. Oh, he's milking. Look at that fish, guys. Oh my gosh. We're gonna get a couple pictures of him and then we're gonna get a release video of him going back. Dude, that spinner was buried. All right, guys, we're gonna get one last look at this guy. He's probably, I don't know, 16, 17 pounds. It's a good steelhead, but we're gonna get him back in the water. Thank you. Now that is cool. So one thing I forgot to show you is the spinners that I like to run. And I will preach this till the day I die. Proof's in the pudding. in the video, these are the best spinners money can buy. This is a size 5 R&B spinner, blue and silver. This is tried and true. That was awesome. That was awesome. So, anyways, I didn't even get to fully show you how to fish these spinners. So what you do is you pick them apart, you start inside, bring it in, and work your way out. Oh, oh, oh! Oh, what the? I can't even freaking... This is not a steelhead, this is a coho. What? What the? I can't even get a pass to show you guys how to fish these. I don't want you though. Get out of here. Death rolling. What the heck, guys? Look at this. Stop doing that. Can you just come off? Oh, I'm wet. I'm wet. Hold the rod. Okay. Stop doing that. I'm just trying to get the spinner off so I can let you go. Well, guys, it's also an effective way to catch coho. I'm just trying to show you guys how to catch fish. That's all. That's all. Proof's in the pudding, though. That's all I'm going to say, guys. Oh, he got my line all messed up. Anyways, we're back. That coho rudely interrupted where I was trying to tell you guys. So yeah, you start out and you just cover the water. So one thing about a spinner is it's normally the last thing you want to fish through. If you're more aggressive, and fish aren't always really aggressive, wanting to chase something down and eat it. So you'll start with your beads, then your jigs, your more subtle presentations. You'll start with those, and then before you leave the hole, always throw a spinner. You can ask a lot of my buddies, and they go fishing with me. They'll fish a hole for an hour with beads and jigs, and then they're getting ready to leave, and I'll be like, "You fish a spinner?" No, I'll throw a spinner in there, boom, fish on. Having a couple techniques in your bag will be the difference between getting skunked or coming home with fish. Notice how I didn't touch a fish on the bead? And then I did hook that one on the jig that got me messed up, technical difficulties. And then went through with the spinner, monster steelhead. That's what we live for, guys. That is what we live for. So anyways, I'm gonna try to conclude this video because if fishing's this good, I'm gonna start fishing and try to get another video for you guys. But that is my top 3 methods on how to catch steelhead. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys back here for the next video. Happy New Year's.